there, Frank here for premium members for the trading day of September the 9th, 2025, a Tuesday. So let's continue the journey here. We have a host of good-looking long setups here. Let's start with the indexes. And again, just to start off things here, if you are algorithmic trader, which means automated, then of course you will be looking for these signals on smaller charts or even daily charts, depending on what time frame you trade. And if you want to include a little bit of discretionary thinking or consideration in the selection of your trades, then this kind of little insight could be useful to you. So I'm mostly focusing on the 4-hour chart in the context of the daily, and we read price action based on our indicators and also on our candles. Now, there's two important clues here on the ES 4-hour chart. You can see them here. One is an instant reversal. This red bar has been instantly reversed, which means buyers stepped up. And not surprisingly, we start to see bottom tails, another sell-off here, which was again instantly reversed by these green candles. This points to the upside. Now, how do you want to turn this into a good opportunity? Well, simply, you can go along with Pro-STR. If this top breaks, you already have the algorithmic signal. Or you can, depending on the time frame you want to trade, you can pick the next long signal here on a 15-minute or similar chart. Just note, please, that in my personal opinion, even if you enter on a smaller chart, you need to respect the geography on the 4-hour chart, which means the stop should probably be at or around the bottom tail here. And of course, size accordingly, and micros and ETFs are available to us. So that's the background if you're new to this. And now let's move on to some other indexes. Let's continue with the NQ just to check if there's anything different here. And look at this beautiful information. Again, clues which help us to understand what may be going on here. So first of all, a couple of days ago, we had a wonderful failure test coupled with a instant reversal. You see, we had one here, went to the other Keltner. We had another one, went to the opposite Keltner. This is standard price action on our charts. We have the long signal. We have every indication that this NQ is also pushing to the upside, and actually this push is quite forceful. Look at the weekly chart. We also have failure tests here visible on the weekly, which is the same failure test that we are seeing here on the 4-hour chart. On to YM. The YM, we have a little more distance to go. As you know, look at the daily chart, and also the weekly will be marked up. So 46,000 or so is what we're targeting, and most likely that's what we're going to hit soon. Look at the bottom tails. Every drop has been bought up by the bulls. Last but not least, RTY. On that one, we also have a little bit of distance, which is what we want to see. Look at this. This works like a magnet, 25 and change, and most likely we're going to hit this level. Probably a stop. Surprises are possible, of course, but a stop below this level should be enough to take this trade to the previous high. On to major pairs, currencies. On all of them, in response to USD weakening, on all of them, we have seen or are seeing actually bullish advances in various stages. So if you trade these markets, there's lots of opportunities depending on the time frame, depending on the currency you want to trade and how you want to size this. Some of these trades are gone, but new ones are coming. And look at the daily. Most likely we're heading to 119 on the 6E. And we could look at the other 5 or 6, but we're going to see the same things. Beautiful advance here on the 6A. You can look for entry points on smaller charts. And keep an eye on the weekly, because these moves, it's unlikely it's going to end at this level. It will hit this level, yes, but look at the weekly. I don't think it's going to stop there, because this level is right here, but where we're going is most likely up here. So there's lots of good opportunities. The British pound has also made a move. Beautiful. This is a measured move. With practice, you're going to see these in a millisecond. That's why it's advisable that you join us and do this daily, because your pattern recognition skills will be out of this world. And this is how we can nail this. Look at this measured move on the daily chart. And we could look at the other ones too. I just show you the Swiss franc, which we talked about, has a special role in the world, which is emerging now as a reserve currency and a storage of value, and not surprisingly is going to the upside again. All right, on to metals, which are shining bright as again, 36 and change on gold. We were down here, range-bound market, where we gave out the warning that this is going to most likely hit the upper edge and perhaps more, and look at where we are. SI, we're eyeing 50, now we're at 41 and change, and this has been an ongoing opportunity for us. And if you go back to the videos, then you will see the whole journey. So everything is laid out here. And there's one more I want to show you, two more actually. Let's move on to treasuries. Now, in expectation of some trouble on the equity markets, which one way or the other at one point is going to come, no doubt. Look at the treasuries already showing us bull flags. And this is what we can expect, a move back to previous highs and perhaps a sell-off on the equities. So be ready for these moves. And when we say we are long, or we want to make a long trade on the ES or any of the other indexes, that doesn't mean that we're long-term bullish or whatever views we might have. It's just a 1 hour trade, a couple of hours, maybe a day or two. That's the time frame that we're interested in. Okay, so treasuries, back to treasuries. When eventually the ES and the others will be expected to sell off, money is already moving into treasuries. Okay, last but not least, we have something on corn. We do have an algorithmic signal about maybe a week ago or something, but disregard that. That move is done, never happened. Now we're going up. Just look at the 4 hour chart. Take into account that the weekly is not really bullish yet, and perhaps corn is not our first choice for the next couple of days anyway, because we have excellent opportunities in other asset classes. Okay, so back in the morning. Until then, mindful trading.